This is Mia from MiMo Design Laser Files, and today I'll show you how to assemble this adorable Easter basket. You can either keep Kinder Joy eggs in it, like these. It also has an inlay for regular sized Kinder eggs or any other brand, and you can choose just to use it as a basket. So the basket comes for 4 thickness of material. It comes for a 3mm, which is 1/8 inch, a 4mm, which this is poplar plywood. It also comes for 5mm and one 4-inch, which is 6mm. The file also includes a slot tester. I really recommend that you use the slot tester before cutting the actual box. That way you can determine if your material is true to size. You can use any type of material. In this case I use plywood, and this is just sanded. I didn't do anything else with it. For layering, you have a Bunny and Company Easter Express, and also I included these to hide the tabs once the basket is assembled. But back to assembling. You take your bottom and you add glue. You don't have to use glue. The file is not fit, but I always prefer to use glue for any projects that are assembled. That way I know that they'll not be ripped apart. So you don't have to use a lot, just a little. And just add the glue to the tabs. There you go. Now you take the sides or ends and add glue to these as well. I prefer to always glue on the inside, because that way I can easily remove excess glue. So push the ends over the bottom like that. Add glue to the next one. Like that. Then you place it on the other side of the bottom. And now that these are assembled, you might want to push in your handle. And I don't use glue for that part. Flip it over and place the front sides and back side. And this should snap directly on if you're using the right material. So now you have the basket. Go ahead and remove excess glue inside it. You can use a paper towel or your finger, like me. The glue I'm using is just regular wood glue from Wienerville, which is an Italian brand, but you can use any. So there you go. Now for the layering, I painted these with acrylic markers, but you could just use another type of wood or stain it. You don't have to paint it if you don't want to. But it's all scored and cut. So for aligning this, you want the Easter eggs to kind of match the shiplap lines, and also make sure that your text is in center. If you don't want the special delivery for, which is included with the files, feel free to remove it, and you could replace this with a monogram or another type of text. And again, these are also just painted with acrylic markers. I used regular markers for the brown and metallic markers for the screws. And this one just goes on top of the tabs to hide those. And that's the front. So for the back, you can also hide the tabs. Like that. So now the basket is actually done if you just want to use it as a regular basket. If you want to use the 6 pieces of inlays for Kinder Joy eggs or regular eggs, you need to glue or just push these side parts inside the box. So mine is actually pretty snug, so I don't have to use the glue. So just place them, glue them in if you like, or do like I just did. And whoops, you can now place your inlays on top of it. And this one is for the regular Kinder eggs, like that. The other version is for the Kinder Joy eggs. Because they have this little plastic tab and it fits inside this hole like that. So that's it. 8 minutes quick assembling.